Hello,
Poppycock.
welcome to the late night, god damn it, episode of Trap Check. Me and a few of my friends have gathered here today to play a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. Before tonight's game, we have an announcement from our team. Travis, take it away.
Hey guys. So, well, I'm not gonna tell you too much about what we came up with for this week's skit, so I'm just gonna get right to it.
Hey guys, my name's Licking My Dick. Don't laugh, it's not funny. It's my actual name. I am the producer now because the whole thing with the last producer being fired due to the whole bushy beard incident. So I'm just here to make sure we all have fun, get the job done, and he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm ready for my captain interview. You're new.
Yeah, I am now. Put that away. No stabbing. My name is Licking My Dick. Nice to meet you.
Are you doing something? I can't see. Nice to meet you, Sonny.
Nice to meet you too. Who are you looking at?
You.
Alright, let's get this started.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, alright guys. So the other judge is on his way currently, so we'll go ahead and get started right now. Our first person for the captain interviews is Bushy Beard. God damn it. Hi Bushy.
Yahar!
Can you turn around and face me? Perfect. Now just keep your eyes on me the whole time. All right. So we have 3 questions imperative to you becoming captain. So, okay, before we start, can you take your hand off your sword, please? Your other hand. Perfect. So, question number 1. Why do you think you are qualified to be captain?
Yahar! I'm Bushy Beard.
Yeah, it's a no on that one. Describe yourself in 2 words.
Salty salmon.
No on that one too. Who wrote these questions? So, question number 3. Out of the crew, who would you marry, fuck, or kill?
Well, obviously, I'd marry myself, because who wouldn't want to marry Bushy Beard? I guess I'd have to fuck me wife, my salty salmon, rest in peace, love you. And, well, I'd obviously have to kill the current captain so that Bushy Beard could take his spot.
Alright, I think we have everything we need, so go ahead and leave.
A new camera! Yar! I like the chase! Yar!
Alright, so the other judge is not here yet, so we're going to go ahead and continue recording. We're going to have to figure out who the next person is on our list. And fuck is this, the Catholic Church? What do you want? The altar boys are around the corner.
I'm the Holy Seaman for the captain tryouts.
Alright, let's get this started. Question number 1. Why do you think you are qualified to be captain?
I am a Holy Seaman.
Describe yourself in 2 words.
Seaman.
Alright, so last question. Who, during the current crew, would you marry, fuck, or kill? AKA, who would you break your vow to, or break your vow to?
I would marry the ocean. I would make love to the sea.
Cutie, get him out of here!
Oh,
That's my cue! Come here, boy! Let's go!
No!
Man.
Oh, you're here.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. Traffic on the sea today was atrocious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like everyone was out there to see me. The ocean was waving at me the whole time I was here. I couldn't get past anything.
Well, you missed the monk, so that's
Monk.
all you really missed.
Jesus Christ.
So I'll let you ask the questions.
All right.
And our next person is...
Harry Cockburn, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that. My name is Licking My Dick.
Nice to meet you, Lickman Dick.
Nice to meet you, Harry Cockburn. So our next person is... It just says 2 gun.
All right.
Smooth.
The 2-gun Gary. Okay, 2-gun Gary, 2-gun.
Got it. 2 gun Gary. We got it. We got it. We're done. Okay. That's
I'm here for captain
Yeah,
position.
that's why we're here too. So go ahead and ask me the questions.
Okay, so then
Not you, question.
What?
Not you. Don't really want that guy either, but
2 bits fuckface.
All right. So, why do you think you're qualified to be captain?
Two Gun says it all. Two Gun.
Next. Describe yourself in 2 words.
Cannon balls.
We should use 2 words.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is. All right. On the current crew, who would you marry, fuck, and kill?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. We have a big group. I would marry Adla. He has soft hair. You ever feel Adla's hair?
I've never fought Adler's hair.
It's so
Have you fought Adler's hair?
No,
You know
I
what?
have not, but that is the funniest fucking thing I've heard in my life. Who the
Hey, you know talk. My interview. Captain position.
You know what?
He laid his head,
Yep.
2 strikes?
Lay his head on your lap and you.
Okay. Who? Okay. We know who you're marrying. We know who you're marrying. Who are you gonna fuck?
I always have Zane for Tank. I always have Zane for Tank. He's such a good cook. Oh, he make the best poached eggs.
You'd fuck him for poached eggs.
Have you had poached eggs?
Okay. Who would you kill?
Oh, kill easy. Kill easy. We have this scout, and we send him out on island to do reconnaissance. That big word. That means he go look out. And he go out and he look and he look and he look and he come back and he see nothing. Oh, look clear. And we go out there and get attacked by a gorilla dog thing. I kill that guy. I see him again. Hey, when do I get positioned?
We will let you know. So go ahead and exit the same way you came in, and we will give you a call later.
No, you stop talking. When do you tell me?
Well, 2 Gun.
To go, Gary.
2 Gun Gary, I apologize. Well, you've been so polite.
I'm done here. I go. You're pissing me off now.
Fucking Christ.
All right, welcome back, everyone. And that skit was pretty good. There were some fine gentlemen in there.
Yeah,
But,
fuck that holy scene, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, what was wrong with him? So many things. Right,
Bushy
guys.
Beard was my favorite. I don't know. Like,
Bushy
shoulda
Beard's
won.
always your favorite.
They kept talking
I'm
about
not
Mr.
biased.
Timber. I would not expect that, to be honest. He's such a grisly person. Anyhow, I hope you still
can barely handle it.
enjoy the new intro that we have. And do we have any more information that anyone wants to go over?
Dave, do you have anything about your stuff? You're muted.
You're muted.
Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's episode of Trap Check. Now, the group had finally sailed out of the island with very successful checks and found peculiar, confusing things happening to them. Members hopping on to the crew or appearing, and a ship battle or not. Things were kind of confused for the crew and for a lot of people. It was an interesting moment, but soon passed, leaving permanent damage. After that, some creatures arrived, some events occurred, and the crew and all decided to bond closer together and result of these terrifying times. Now, however, they are sailing on seemingly peaceful seas. As the water begins to slowly trickle and fall, we begin there.
I'm on the wheel still, right?
Yes, water slowly trickling and falling from the sky. It's a light rain, but you can tell off in the distance there's a storm brewing, and there will be a giant storm here soon.
It's nice to have some rain. Yo ho, a pirate.
Motherfucker!
How the fuck does he hear that? He's spending too much time with Two. Is he sleeping with Two Gun?
Oh, not at moment.
I'm gonna like to imagine Two Gun just appears behind you, not at moment.
You go down now.
Don't ever go down when I'm on the wheel.
So what time is it, Chase?
At this time, it is just the beginning to sunrise. So it's right in the morning-ish, kind of about like 9, 10 o'clock range. Still morning, but the sun's been up for a little bit.
Could I check behind, or just I guess around the ship, to see if I see any of the ships from getting destroyed by a thing that did the thing the other day?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Do a perception check.
Mhm. 19.
You look around, and
Oh wait,
off in the distance, you
I wasn't on the wheel when we ended.
You guys ended with
Two Gun and I went down and found Tank, pale and cold on the floor.
right. No, someone did do that. Yes.
I think that was Two Gun and I, because we were gonna go and get a drink. I remember now.
You put a deckhand on the wheel.
That's right. I did put a deckhand on the wheel so that we can go get a drink or some food. We were gonna get some food, and then we found Tank on the floor. That's what it was.
Then revert back to the moment when you two walk up, finding Tank dead on the floor.
Oh, that's right. And I was pacing back and forth for the wheel.
That was before.
Oh, you're right. That was before.
Did you give him some of your poached eggs?
No, but Adla, I have something I need to tell that I remembered. In my dream, I didn't tell you whole dream. In my dream, I saw a waterfall, and it turns out waterfall was actually my elven godfather, and he tell me story about an island and something on there that should never be let off island, and I fear somebody got on board. I don't know that part, but and then there's that voice that say return. Two Gun really nervous. Waterfall say bad thing on island, don't let it off. That part for certain.
Two Gun. I hear you loud and clear.
Because I can speak louder.
I hate to break it to you, Two Gun, but I think Tank is dead.
I mean, no
As I'm feeling his pulse.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check if you're checking the body.
Sure. Where's medicine? Nice. My medicine's so high.
that not medicine?
19.
19. The body is cold, but checking it and checking for decay, it's more recent death. So the body shouldn't be as cold as it is. You see the veins, and they've almost been constricted. Um, Seems to be have like a seizure, and the whole body just life force left. And you see, there's actually a wound around the back of his neck that seems to have excessive decay, where the body seems to have eroded and decayed very quickly in a period of time. But the rest of the body is slowly beginning the process, but right at the beginning of it.
So he was constricted, it looks like, and then there's like a.
Seems like his body was a very quick death, which seized up the entire body and all of his muscles. Like he had a shock, and at the moment of death was similarly to extreme pain or extreme shock. The body froze and stiffened, constricting most of the body. So what he experienced was an instant death.
And then the hole in the back of his neck is what I'm guessing.
And there's a giant area in the back of his neck which is black and necrotic, and it seems like very decayed.
There's like no hole, it's just black.
There's no hole, but looking back in there, the flesh kind of starts to plop off a little bit and kind of sludge, almost like it's been decayed for almost a year.
So there's no hole, there's no like cut or anything.
Mhm.
It just looks like his skin is just decolored to a necrotic state.
Yeah. It seems like an area of his body is extremely decayed. And you find other similar spots in his body.
Two gun.
Just that dark.
Two gun.
Oh, yes.
I kind of hate to do this, but can you wake up Julian and tell him to wake up the rest of the crew? Well, actually, no. Scratch that. Not the rest of the crew, just everyone who has magic. And bring him down here to the crew.
You don't want me to do something easier, like wake up Tank? All right, I go wake up Julian, but I'd not be responsible for his mood.
I'm sure nobody's in a good mood right now.
And I scurry off to find Julian.
Nice.
I'll stay with Tank, and I'll just keep inspecting his body, I guess.
So Chase, in last session I woke up from a dream. Am I gonna be awake and then Two Gun's gonna walk in?
Pretty much.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll just go God, fuck. The hell.
Okay, I walk into Julian's room and say, Julian,
Oh, the nightmare's not over yet.
Julian, I need you to come with me and talk to Adlar.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Something bad happened to Tank. You come check it out.
I will rush past Two Gun and head down to the kitchen because that's where I know Tank is.
And about halfway down, I yell down the stairs, "Oh, Julian! Adlar say, bring wizards too. Everybody that has magic. You come back."
I'm running down. I'll come in and I see the dead body.
The dead body is cold, and you see as Adlar has moved the body kind of to the side, inspecting the back of the neck, you see multiple kind of vital parts that Adlar has found has been extremely decayed, such as the area around his heart and the back of the neck leading into his skull.
What the hell?
I join them as well.
Adlar,
Yeah,
I think
see.
we need to keep this between us. There is a traveler on our ship. My patron told me this in my dream. A traveler, someone who's not meant to be here. We picked something up at that island.
I knew it.
Two Gun was saying something like that. Julian, come here.
I'll walk over with him.
What do you know about necrotic magic? I guess I'm not seeing any sort of wound or entrance hole from any sort of weapon. It just seems like his skin is just black and is decaying, and the only thing I've seen that could do anything like that is
Necrotic.
kind of the same sort of magic that you sort of use, except it's not really purple. It's like almost an oily pitch black, but in his skin. Well, too afraid to touch it, to be honest.
Julian, as you're looking at the bottom, go ahead and roll an Arcana check to see if you can determine the.
Would I?
Ooh,
Would he
natural 17, so that's a 17.
Would he get advantage on it since I've kind of pointed out the area?
No, this is more knowledge given to him by his patron, being very close to this kind of thing. Unless you have proficiency in Arcana checks,
No, I do not, but I do have necrotic magic, like chill touch.
which is
and other things
exactly
like
why you got the why you were allowed to do the check.
that. Okay, yeah. 17.
You hear of stories of high necrotic abilities, of being able to kill foes, getting stronger and stronger. Your patron hasn't taught you those forms yet, but definitely higher than the abilities you currently have.
Oh, Christ. So this definitely was necrotic, but it's probably taking Tank's life force to make itself stronger.
So are you saying this isn't one of the crew? It's someone who's not supposed to be here?
I'm saying this is probably disguised as one of our crew. We could do an old test I used to do on the Ranger.
What's that?
Well, whenever we came back from an island kind of like this, I would have everyone hold their hands out, and I would cut their hands slightly just to make sure that their blood that they bleed is the blood that their race is supposed to bleed.
And what color is a traveler supposed to bleed?
Well, we'd see what race he took the form of, and if it's not the color of that race, then we'll probably...
Well, what if it is that color of the race? What if he was smart enough to think of that?
Oh, then we got to figure it out some other way, but this is a start of what we used to do.
Do you think maybe if we tried an autopsy on Tank, we might be able to find out more information? Maybe we should get Johnny for this? I don't know. Should we just leave his body? I don't even know if there's anything to gain by opening him up, but I mean, if we see how his organs have been affected by this magic, maybe even his bones, maybe it could help give you or someone else some insight onto maybe what kind of magic spell this could be, what kind of creature might wield this sort of magic. I'm just spitballing here. I have no idea what the fuck kind of magic has done anything to do with the magic of the magic.
Have you had enough sleep?
I've had enough sleep. I just haven't, I think, completely processed what's going on here.
I need to grab one of my DM books.
It's like when you get a missing piece to a puzzle, and then you end up putting it all together at once, and then you're trying to comprehend the picture you just made because it's there, but it's not in focus. It's kind of what's going on in my head right now. I understand what's going on. I just can't put it all together.
All right. We should probably wake up. Go wake up. Hey, Two Gun, can you go wake up Johnny?
Oh, Johnny, go find.
I'll go.
Go find Johnny.
I'll go. No, Two Gun, you stay here with Julian. All right.
Mm.
Look, you
Adla.
look. Hey, you both have magic. All right. I'm the only one on this boat that we know of that does not have magic, so this obviously can't be me. So I'm gonna go get Johnny.
Okay, I stay
Makes
with
sense to
Julian.
me.
You two, you watch each other, all right? We can't trust anybody right now.
That's right. That's why two got nervous.
Well then, keep your distance. Be alert, not anxious, all right?
You hurry back.
I scurry off to go find Johnny.
Go ahead and try and where do you check first?
I'm gonna check in the where he usually is in his quartermaster's office.
You
She
check
likes
in
to call
there.
it.
It's actually
Um,
just a ball pit.
Yeah, you check in there and he's not there.
Um,
Do you want to roll a perception check for looking around
yeah,
the ship?
I'm going to look for signs of foul play because he usually is there when he sleeps. It's very uncommon that he's
Go
not.
ahead.
So I'm gonna check for foul play of any kind. Yeah, is this perception or investigation?
Are you going to be sifting through things, or are you going to try and give them a glance?
Well, how big is this office of his?
His office is about the same size room as one of the other rooms, though slightly larger. So it's instead of about 10 foot,
Okay.
it's
Is
10
there
foot
like
instead
a
of.
bed or a hammock in there?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
actually Crimson, Johnny Crimson. What would you like to sleep? How would you describe your room, if you could?
I like to think that it's since I like to shape metal, everything, all the furniture is made out of metal, except and like the I sleep on a hammock, but it's not like rope hammock. It's a hammock of chains.
Jesus fuck, dude. Why do you sleep on the hammock? Oh, my furniture is really uncomfortable. No shit.
So yeah, just
Um,
yeah.
I guess since it's all metal, it can't really be like moved or anything.
Mhm.
So I don't think I would be able to instantly just look at it and be like, oh, there's foul play. So I guess I'd probably have to move things around.
Investigation.
I believe that's probably the most likely scenario here.
The whole room sounds like foul play.
Every step you take, tink, tink, tink.
Every move you make. Okay. Actually, it's pretty good. It's a natural 19 to make it a 24 for investigation.
Looking through the room, you find Johnny's room is pretty well kept for his kind of self, and the fact that a lot of the things that seem to be placed there seem to be placed in a way that if you easily forget about them, you could turn and look at stuff. And a majority of the things seem to be placed like that and similar theme to it. However, his chamber pot, you look and it seemed to have cracked, which is weird because it's, like everything else, it's made out of metal, but there seems to be a crack all the way across it. And as you look and inspect it and touch it, it seems to just come apart and split right down the middle, almost like it was split in half. Other than that, you don't see much, but you do find that.
I don't see any anything inside the chamber pot or any residue of anything in it. It's just broken.
You actually see some scrapes on the inside of the. Now, since I found what I was looking for, you find some scrapes on the inside, like there was an object inside of it held. And the object was tougher, harder than the actual metal. And so when it jammed up against the metal, it would scrape and so it seems to have these chisel markings on the inside, as if containing something that was moving and rattling with the movement of the ship.
And it's split in two halves.
Yes, it seems to have, looking at it, it seems to have expanded very quickly and immediately split and broken apart.
Okay. I'll take both halves with me, and I will, I guess, look for Johnny in the crew quarters.
Looking through the crew, are you going to be trying to do this quietly or not
Yes.
caring? All right,
Yes.
go ahead.
Very,
Roll
very
just a
quietly.
quick little stealth check for me.
Stealth. All right. Please roll good. Natural 1.
I thought you were joking at
That
first.
makes it a 12. If that matters.
Still a natural 1.
Yep.
Looking through, finding almost every board that's creaky, and
Just
you're
the pots are clanking. Get a clang.
and the pots that you're holding are clanking together, and you wince, and you're just like, "This, I'm gonna wake everyone. Everyone's just like, Adla, keep it down, keep it," and just more groans and of just people trying to still sleep as this is, the night crew is still trying to rest.
Okay. Adlaw, a little light bulb, bing, above his head. He's gonna go around, not making like a lot of noise where it would wake everybody up, but enough noise to where people are gonna be restless and be like, Adlar, stop, or they might move in their bed, turn around. I'm gonna do it loud enough for that,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna walk around and I'm going to see and like look at everyone and try to perceive them, and anyone that doesn't move to the sounds, who maybe looks like they're pretending to sleep or pretending to ignore it or something like that, I'm going to be looking for.
You clever man, trying
Dude,
to
it was
outwit my perception.
the fucking natural 1 just gave me the idea of like, well, I already fucked up, so let's keep dealing with it.
As you're going around, a lot of people do get frustrated, but going amongst the aisle, you pass someone, and with your natural perception, they don't move, they don't groan, they don't even look at you, and they just seem to be curled up in their little hammock with the shared crew quarters.
And do I recognize this body? That's someone I've seen before.
This is indeed one of the other members, one of the night shift members, particularly one of the strong-willed figures, for they're fairly well built. However, you can't see who it might be because their back is turned to you.
Okay. I will take note of that person and where they are. And I'll quiet down just to make it seem like I'm not doing it on purpose. So I'll stop clanking so much. I'll just be like, oh, sorry guys, sorry.
Oh,
Quiet down. I'll quiet down. My apologies. And I'll continue looking for Johnny. And if I don't find Johnny in the crew quarters, then I'm just gonna go back up to Julian and Two Gun.
okay. You find about 2 more people that haven't been moving.
I'll
By the end of your
note
search,
of everybody who doesn't.
and then you don't find him.
Okay. So how many people total did not move when I was making a noise? That I noticed 3.
3.
And
I was like, that's 2.
and I had a good idea of kind of what they looked like, who
Yeah.
they could have been. Okay.
One of them actually was one of your mages.
Okay. So I'll definitely know him. I'll definitely know the burly guy by the look, and the third guy. Any description that could help me?
Third guy was kind of lithe, kind of small, and seemed to be particularly like one of the deckhands, possibly taking care of, in general, wear and tear, or scrubbing the deck or doing the ropes, kind of like deckhand kind of things.
Okay.
Newly to the ship life.
So I on my way back up, I'm not gonna be stealthy about it, but I'm not gonna be loud. I'll just be like walking, I guess, back to Julian and Two Gun. And on the way back, I'm just going to be trying really hard to have the image of those 3 people stuck in my head,
Okay.
just so that I know what they looked like, what they were wearing, in case one of them change.
Okay.
And I'm
Chase,
gonna walk back.
while Travis is, well, Adler's gone, I will go to the body.
Blast!
No, what? Yeah, no, no. I don't know what Two Guns doing over there, but I'm gonna walk up to the body. I'm gonna do a old way someone I knew taught me how to kind of see, like, commune or whatever with the dead, but really just more as a connection. So
Mm-hmm.
I cut my hand and I place it on his forehead, and I want to try to do like a check to see if there's a possibility he could come back to life.
Okay.
While he's
so you're
doing that, I
trying
take
to
a
see if
step
this
back.
person could potentially come back, or you're
Yeah.
going to be casting a spell to do so.
No, it's more going to be if you allow it, like a disadvantaged Arcana check.
Oh.
Because I do know a 3rd level spell called Summon Undead Spirits, but
Right. Go ahead and do an Arcana check for this one.
do you want a disadvantage on it?
No, because of the specific spell that you mentioned. You're specifically looking to see if you can use that spell, possibly talk to this person, or bring them back in a kind of spiritual form. Go ahead.
Say 7.
7.
No. Answer no.
Looking through, you can't quite tell why not, but your answer is no, you wouldn't be able to, and it escapes you on why you shouldn't be able to. You just can't figure it out.
Two Gun.
Hey,
I want you to make sure that you see this so that it's not mistaken for evidence later. I'm going to take my dagger out and jam it into the skull of Tank, just in case he would wake up from it. Just sever, the back of the spine, like back here, to sever the spinal cord from the head.
You
you think that good
jab
idea?
your knife in, and then you see the brain and all that just kind of ooze out like it's been decayed for years and kind of turn into gunk as it comes out of the head.
Oh, that nasty.
I put my dagger back, and I just look at you, I'm like, that's to make sure he doesn't come back from like the dead,
Okay.
because I don't think we want to deal with more undead. Do you?
I do not like undead.
Exactly.
Undead bad, and those
But-
brains look awful.
This just opened up a bit more to what this could be that killed him.
What would make brain look like that?
A decayed one that's been decayed for years.
Tank not been dead for years.
Exactly. So what sped up his time?
Hmm.
God damn it, I hope Adler comes back soon.
Hmm.
Soon after, Adlar, you do come back with your information.
Oh, hey, there you are. You see a nice pool of brains on the ground.
Care to explain?
Yeah, I severed his spinal cord so he couldn't come back as an undead, and that's what came out of his brain. So basically, what this looks like is he's been dead for about a year.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Well,
Julian told me to
I've-
make sure.
I have good news and I have bad news.
Great.
What would you like to hear first?
Always the bad news.
Bad news is I couldn't find Johnny.
Oh, that bad news.
I don't know where Johnny is, but there were no signs that he's dead. The good news is I think I have a plan. In my search for Johnny, I take out the chamber pot pieces. He had something in his chamber pot that looks like it was scraping against it and it just kind of shattered, right? And trying to be stealthy. Ended up not going so well with these things attached to my belt. Did not think about that, but it gave me an idea. Any normal person would wake up, or at least be annoyed by the sound of these things clicking together when you're trying to sleep, right? If this thing isn't human and trying to fit in, it's bedtime, he might be trying, or it might be trying to sleep. So I went around making some noise and a little bit of ruckus, and I made note of there were 3 of our crew members that didn't budge or move at all when I made the noise. And I was thinking, I don't know if this was a personal attack on Tank or if he was just the easiest target. But I've seen you disguise yourself before, Julian. Uh, this might be a little bit risky, but what if we cleaned up Tank's body and hid it from anybody else just now, and you disguise yourself as Tank, and then in the morning, we get all the crew together, and we would just, have a meeting, I guess you would say, and I would see if I can see the 3 people there, and see if anyone has changed, if he changed his appearance, right? And if he hasn't, I feel like maybe he's killed Tank, and if Tank is back from the dead, or it didn't kill him, the entity might try, or the traveler, I guess might try and kill him again. In this case, we would be ready. You would be the bait, so to say, but we would find a plan to counteract that. That's really all I've got so far from my discoveries looking for Johnny.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Did you guys see Johnny bring anything back from the island?
Johnny
don't-
brings
I don't-
something up from beach.
I don't believe I did. Besides the sword and the ring that he took from the, I'm wearing one of them, but
Two gun. Yeah, got it. 2 gun. What'd you see him bring up from the beach?
I thought it was cannonball, but it was too small and shiny.
Well,
At
good.
this very time, you all hear, "Man overboard! Man overboard!" And a whole bunch of people running up and across the deck. And
Two gun.
Two gun. Cast invisibility on Tank right now and stay to the body. We're gonna check this out.
I cast invisibility.
I run up.
I'll go with Julian as well.
running up, you two look up and get to the edge. Everyone's running around trying to throw a rope over on the right-hand side of the ship. And as you go over and look, you see Julian, not Julian, Johnny Crimson just laying in the water, face up, eyes glazed over, just kind of laying on top of the water, slowly starting to sink, wearing the full gear, and you see a gash mark across his chest, not deep, but still very visible in his armor. Saved just by his armor, possibly or not.
I
But
dive.
definitely.
I dive in.
Close enough that I could grab him with my mage hand.
Yeah, so I dive in.
You're with the body, 2 gun.
I
Go ahead.
grab him and I use levitate.
Grab him using levitate. You
I'll start trying to
brought
get the
back
crew
up.
to raise the sails to slow the boat.
Everyone's starting to slow the sails. Julian, you see a rope thrown in your direction, and it lands next to you. You catch it, and you begin to pull yourself up, and then Johnny onto the deck, still eyes completely glazed over. Looking through, immediately you notice the wound on the chest does not go to the flesh. It seems like the plate protected, but for some reason the eyes are just glazed over.
Can I roll anything for this to try to get him back?
Arcana check to see what's going on.
15.
15. Looking at this, no idea. eyes glazed over. It might be some he ate, or it might be he's under some kind of spell. People are slapping him, looking through, and eventually, Johnny, you come to having no idea what has happened for the past 24 hours.
Hey guys. Sorry. Oh, hey guys. What's up?
Last time you knew, you were just beginning to leave the island.
Where are we?
We've been sailing for like a day.
You sure? I'm pretty sure we were just about to leave.
The island's gone. We left.
Well, I can see that now, but I feel like you're not telling me the truth about the time.
It's been a day.
You're telling me I slept for an entire day.
You were just floating on the water with a gash mark. Look at your goddamn chest.
Oh. I guess I do have a gash mark, and that explains why I'm all wet. But you're
So
saying
you-
I'm gonna sleep for an entire day.
No, you weren't, because we had a conversation last night. So something
Oh, what about?
something fucked with your memories.
Wait.
Don't worry about it.
Why are you talking like that?
Talking like what?
You're talking and you're not talking like you usually do as of late.
What's he talking about?
Oh wait. You weren't doing the other thing. My bad. Never mind. Veto.
Johnny, what does veto mean?
Oh,
Kinda-
I think that Adlock cousin.
Julian, what's going on?
He's awake. He doesn't remember leaving the island.
Get him on the boat so we can get going. We need.
He is on the boat.
He's
We are
been
on the
just
boat.
brought back onto the boat.
Oh, I thought he was still in the water.
Uh-uh.
You're yelling to me right next to
Veto.
me. Yeah, stop yelling at me.
I guess I'm retarded too.
No, Julian pulled himself back up, landed Johnny right onto the boat, checked the gash wound, and he's back to consciousness. And you all are on the boat. He seems to have completely forgotten leaving the island.
Mage,
Johnny.
I point to a random mage.
Yes.
Come over here.
All right. Looks over.
I want you to see if you can
Is it-
sense
is it-
any magic around him. What's going on?
All right.
Is this the mage that I saw that was not affected by the sound?
No, this was actually still the water mage that was helping you guys get the heck out of there. You literally see bags underneath his eyes as he has been staying up, keeping the full pace that was ordered. He looks at it. Julian, this is above my pay grade.
Oh, what?
Like literally, I could not do this if you paid me to. I'm not sure what's going on. And maybe it was something he ate. I hope. If not, then this is definitely a high level spell that I am just not prepared for.
Shit. Alright.
Hey, what's your name, mage?
Chance Liverpool.
Chance Liverpool?
Love it.
Yes.
I
Oh, what other chance?
I can tell that you were up all night keeping the boat moving. I appreciate that. Go ahead and get yourself some sleep. You've earned it. We'll confer with you if we have any more questions.
Thanks, Adler.
Chance, one more thing before you go.
Yes.
Do you know what spell this is?
It's a high level spell that affects the mind. I can't dispel it. I mean, I can try every day, but I'm afraid that it's gonna be a lot of failures to be able to do so and use up all my spells.
Yeah,
Go
one
ahead.
more,
Able to do.
one more day Johnny doesn't remember. It's not going to affect him. Go ahead and head to bed.
Go ahead and ponder on this while you get some rest.
All right, lads. Fuck this goddamn trip.
Oh, has anybody seen my hat?
Julian, help me get Johnny down to his office, please.
Come on, Johnny.
Everyone else,
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go.
start working the ship. Lower the sails. Full speed ahead.
Aye.
Or Shalari.
Fuck this place.
Hey,
In
great.
unison.
Fuck this place.
You're in the middle of
So-
the ocean.
I'm gonna walk on one side of Johnny. I'm gonna hold his arm, not like prom style, but like, I'm gonna like hold his wrist, not tight, but enough for a grip, just in case. And would like Julian on the opposite side, kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just make it seem like we're escorting him back to his office.
If we're escorting him, you're doing most of the lifting. I can't lift anything.
Well, we're not lifting; we're just escorting him.
Good.
Do I
That was my
feel weird in any way? Like, or do I just feel like exactly how I did right before we left?
You feel fuzzy, kind of like a time lapse. Like your body aches
away.
in different ways that it's not used to.
Okay.
But for some reason, your physical self stepping onto the boat is giving you anxiety attack. Like it's hard to breathe. Going further into the boat, like you're having to force yourself to go deeper into the boat for some reason.
Oh, this feels strange going in here for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on it, but
I think all you need is some rest, Johnny. We're almost there. I give Julian a strange look.
I don't know about this.
I'm gonna telepathically ask Johnny, what did you pick up on the beach?
I don't think I picked up anything on the beach that I would remember because the only thing I picked up on the beach was right before we left.
You remember just leaving the island. So like right as you guys were about to leave. So you would still remember that. It's just the
Okay.
actual process of going through the sharp spikes
Okay.
and actually trying to leave.
I only picked up the sword, the boots, and the sword, the boots, and a pouch. I never actually looked inside the pouch, I don't think.
Did you put it in your chamber pot?
No, I put something else in there though.
What did you put in there?
It was a third black runestone or something like that. That just gave me the heebie-jeebies.
I look at Adlar and just say, this is not gonna be fucking pretty. Once we get into private, I'll explain to Adlar about the black rune stone that he put it in his chamber
Or
pot.
gemstone or something.
Gemstone. Yeah, I put it in his chamber pot because it gave him the heebie-jeebies. Do I know anything about something like this, Chase, if I hadn't described it to me?
Go ahead and see if you can roll and then performance or intelligence check, Johnny, on being able to describe this object.
Fuck.
So you're giving me the option between
No, performance. Performance, it's talking. Performance, no intelligence.
Would Johnny think he's smart?
No.
Intelligence check is more just as in details. Performance is more like it's kind of like this. It's like
Watch me like this and like
exactly.
I'll have to get details anyway, so he'll might as well roll one.
mod 20 for performance.
Going in, he gives you about like a rough estimate size, describing like the sharp edges of it. He actually goes and like airs out like these symbols that seem to have engraved onto this thing. It seemed to also have been like this black obsidian like gemstone that was engraved in runes with like tons of stuff on it.
So are they still talking telepathically?
Are you guys talking
I
telepath?
asked him to tell me telepathically. His hand gestures could just be him explaining to me while he's
Right.
Yeah.
So
being
basically,
answered.
oh, I just see him doing hand gestures and not talking.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just going to look at you and like,
Go ahead and roll a Arcana or History check, please.
Oh, they're both 0. So
balanced character.
oh, that's a natural 19.
Nice.
Natural 19. You've heard arcanically, you have no idea, but historically, there have been these beings that thought themselves to be so blessed to the world and their knowledge and their being that they wanted to give the gift of themselves to the world eternally. This would then lead to them finding ways to live life eternally so that way they could give themselves as their gift eternally. The biggest supreme narcissism in all of the magical world being able to live forever. And there were objects created, though rarely stated. However, there were histories of famous mages that turned themselves into liches and turned themselves into death knights and different kinds of things. This potentially could be a similarly process for the runes and symbols and shape and size of being indestructible against metal seems to correlate with some of the long told stories back in the day of these arcane objects used as a focal point for eternity.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Have we made it
So-
to the office yet?
Hmm?
Have we made it to the office yet?
Yes, you're currently in the office.
Got
I
it.
close the door and I explain everything to Adlar.
Telepathically?
Yes.
Okay.
How heebies are my GBs?
So we might
Roll
have
a perception check.
a possible wannabe lich on our ship.
What?
A possible wannabe and or is a lich.
Now, is this the traveler we're talking about, or is
13.
this something, a separate entity?
This might be the traveler
Keepy.
we're talking about. Because I know one of our captains, the Knoll, what was his name again? Oh, who gives a fuck?
Dead McBitchface.
There you go, Dead McBitchface.
Yeah.
I know he collected shit like this. So he might have had one and he might be roaming around again because he could have connected with the fucker. But
Snarl Bloodtooth.
We don't care.
yeah, don't get.
I appreciate you, Chase.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
So
thanks.
Blood Snarltooth had these
It's
little
got it too.
yeah he had these little gems I know, but he could have easily connected with one and could still be walking around, or we found one extra gem and now we have a goddamn like lich thing, which could have been one of the frog people.
And that was what was in the chamber pot.
Yeah.
Just drop it on the floor.
And that's why it was broken, and now it's even more broken. Thank you.
I don't want to touch that anymore.
I don't want you to touch it either. It's
I just kinda
Johnny's
with
chamber
my
pot.
foot. Where's Johnny at this point? Did he walk away or? Looks like Dave's screen is frozen.
Yep, he just sent me that.
I look asleep.
He looks asleep. I love it.
Dave, maybe exit out and reconnect.
Or turn off video, turn it back on.
Two
That'd
gun.
be easier.
Two gun. Oh, two gun, Gary, come back.
Press the camera button one more time.
If you hit the mic, I will kick your ass.
You're literally hitting it twice, I think, Dave. Just hit it once.
Once, it's all it takes.
I can't tell if he's hitting it twice on purpose or once. It just looks like he.
Dave, can you speak? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Are you
Okay.
pressing the button one time?
I have the camera with the line across it, and then I touch it one time, and nothing happens.
Okay. Exit out and come back in.
Welcome back, everyone. I apologize. We seem to be having some difficulties with Dave, so we decided to take a 30-minute break, and now we're back. So,
You're a celebrity, Dave.
At least my screen could have frozen to make it look like I was paying attention rather than
Right.
asleep.
Wow,
now, everyone is currently inside of Johnny's little quartermaster room, as you guys
Except for
are all
Two Gun.
kind of mentally discussing this.
You got still
Yeah.
with Tank, I believe.
Yeah, Two Gun's
Yeah.
still there.
So what were we talking about, Julian? Before?
It was a possible
Hey,
lich
that-
on our ship.
Oh, right. I don't know. So this could be the Traveler then?
Possibly could be.
Well, we need to keep an eye on Johnny.
Because it could be going after him. Because
They could be inside of him, controlling him. He said he lost a day of memory, which for Johnny, even for Johnny, is a little too much.
you haven't been around him as long as I have.
I don't need to be. All right, anybody that loses a day of memory that's not natural. It's not normal.
I think
And
you and I need yeah. You and I need to go, I think, explore the captain's old quarters and see what we can find.
I think we need to get rid of Tank's body first and get Tugan to help us out. I've got a plan.
Adlar, you notice a slight
Oh,
shadow
God.
beneath the door.
Hey Johnny.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Hey, look, it seems like you had a little bit of memory loss, and that's okay. It happens to all of us. It happens to me, even. I think you should just go and just get some rest, Johnny. All right, we'll come back and we'll talk to you when you wake up. I think I smell Tank cooking some food, so I'll make sure to save some for you. But I'm gonna go up there and get Julian as well. See what he's cooking, and I'll make sure to save some for you when you wake up. Have a good nap, Johnny. And I give a look of Julian like, come with me, quick.
Yeah, and I just look, as I see that, I look down at Johnny. I'm like, Johnny, I swear to God, if you end up in the water again and repeat what we did 3 years ago, I'm gonna be pissed.
Do I hear that?
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
actual audible.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try my best not to end up in the water again. I'm still not completely sure how that happened.
You know, we said the same thing 3 years ago, and you kept going in the water.
Yeah, but that was just to piss you off. I had no fucking clue why I was doing this.
All right, get some rest.
So we'll shut the door, and
As you open the door and look through, you notice that the shadow is gone. And as you open the door and look around, there's no one in the hallway of the ship.
okay, I'll bring Julian and close the door, and I'll hold him back for a sec before we move on. And I tell Julian to do this to.
I tell Bethany, what's up?
We were talking to Johnny. I saw out of the corner of my eye. I didn't get the best look, but it looked like there was a shadow that went underneath the door. I don't want to go back and talk to Two Gun just yet until I told you about it, because I know it can't be in you and it can't be in me, and it wouldn't be in Johnny anymore because he went outside. So by the time we get back to Two Gun, it might be in him. So we got to keep this to ourselves. You understand?
Yeah, we do. But another thing is, we should probably get to do a two-gun quickly, because when you mentioned Tank, that could have been it leaving
I know.
to go finish off.
I wanted to head back there now, but I wanted to tell you this before we got back there, just so that you're aware. It could be in Two Gun.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna fast walk, kind of like
You
how
guys,
you would, like you were kind of anxious to see if the crew was fucking around or not. Kind of fast walk.
you guys walk in quickly back up the stairs. Meanwhile, Johnny, You hear a knock. Hello, my new friend. And a door opens and closes. You guys back up the stairs.
Hello.
Two gun.
Where you guys been? You've been gone forever.
We've been going for 10 minutes.
It seemed like forever.
Okay, where's jeez. Did you move Tank? I almost fucking
No,
tripped over.
Tank's still right there.
Yeah, thanks for telling us.
Wha- You saw me cast it to make him invisible.
I
Dude,
did. I told you to. I didn't see you do it.
Yeah, we didn't see you do it.
Okay, look. Let's just move Tank's body. All right. Move it somewhere where no one's gonna find him. And then Julian, go ahead and make yourself look like Tank. How long can that last for?
An hour.
Before we go moving Tank, you guys tell me what happened. I've been down here all by myself.
We found Johnny. He
Where
just
was
had-
Johnny?
He was in the water. He fell over. It's a stupid oaf. I mean, right, Johnny. Stupid. So he just hit his head a little too hard and a little bit of memory loss. So we just escorted him carefully down to his bed, and he's getting some rest right now.
Do I believe this?
Roll an insight check, and Adlar roll a.
That's gonna be deception because I'm not telling
Deception.
the full truth. It's true, but it's not. Deception. Oh man, it's gonna be great.
I'm gonna get my brown pants rolling dice.
It's bushy.
Oh, that's a modified 21.
Oh yeah. Modified 17, bitch. 50 plus 2. I couldn't have beat 21 unless I rolled a natural 20.
Two got very suspicious. Two got very suspicious of that big word. It means I don't believe you.
Two gun. Fine. He was lying. Johnny didn't hit his head. We just wanted to make it sound like he wasn't as dumb. He just fell in.
Why Johnny in water?
He fell in. That's pretty much it. He just in the water, fell in, doesn't remember the rest of the day. He didn't hit his head. He just can't remember shit because he's dumb.
I'm offended.
Roll a deception check on that shit.
Two got not quite believe you either, Julian.
Yeah, two gun will 25.
Said-
Oh, natural 20.
What is that?
3.
No, what do you add to that, Dave? How much?
3.
25.
He still beats you, though. Unfortunately, for ability checks.
That's a natural.
Up to DM discretion on this one.
Dude, that's a natural 20. I'm gonna give it to him. I'm
What?
sorry. He literally already caught Adlar in a lie. I'm gonna give it to him. He got the natural 20,
I mean,
and he already caught you in the lie.
That's just like DM discretion. That's however you want to play it.
Okay, two gun.
Two gun called baloney.
Okay, you're either gonna shut the fuck up and listen to us, or I'm gonna Eldritch blast both your goddamn eye sockets.
Oh,
Hey, let's not get hostile here just yet, all right?
No,
Okay.
I'm doing straight
Okay.
intimidation on that one.
I'm trying to diffuse the intimidation. Two gun, look, all right?
Adler lie. Julian lie.
Hey,
All right,
Tank,
intimidation's
Tank
going.
hey, two gun, Julian should have put your finger
My
down.
objects are going in my
down.
hands.
Put your finger down, Julian. Put your finger down right now.
You want some too?
No, put it down. Two gun. Come here. Shoot, stay there.
Chase, this is the intimidation rule.
Are you trying to intimidate Adlar?
Two
or
gun
Two
to shut the fuck up for
trying to
5
diffuse the
seconds.
I
Would
God,
it be
there's-
like intimidation with disadvantage? I guess I don't know.
Where are we at?
roll. I don't. This is. There's not a counter roll to intimidation.
It would be insight, I think, with that.
Roll an intimidation.
I did. It was a 21.
Roll a. Let me look.
I think I'm pretty sure it's
Weird.
insight, to be honest.
Typically against like fear ability, since
Wisdom.
a wisdom saving throw.
Do a wisdom saving throw, Tukan.
Well, this isn't a spell though. This is just
Say,
this is
saving
just
throw.
intimidation. I think it would be insight to see if like he's actually
But we have-
afraid of Julian. I feel like in this moment, because it's not magic. It's not really he's saving against something. He's just mentally seeing.
Insight the true intentions. So go ahead.
Insight.
Yeah, insight. It's also predicting
What-
people and what they're about to do.
Would I give Two Gun advantage, or would I give Julian disadvantage for trying to?
Neither one.
Oh, I didn't do
Yeah.
shit. All right then.
It's okay.
That's gonna be
Go
tough to
ahead.
beat anyway. 16, 3 is 19.
You're fairly certain that with Julian's frustrations, things that are going on,
Well, you're goddamn
you're not sure if he actually will kill you, but you're pretty sure that you have no idea. And that little bit of fear of just, he might actually do it this time.
Okay,
May resemble Adlar's door.
Two gun not very happy right now. Adlar lie, Julian lie. What else not telling Two Gun?
Julian,
But
hey, Julian,
I will take step back.
Julian, just put your fingers down, please, for 2 goddamn seconds. All right?
Is he gonna be able to shut up for those 2 seconds?
Yes, I will talk to him. Just put it down so you don't actually put 2 more fucking holes in my ass. All right? Jesus fucking Christ, these Australian motherfuckers. Two Gun.
It's Australia.
Cannon.
It's pissing me off right now.
Hey, Two Gun, come here. Sorry. Two Gun, come here.
What? You tell another lie?
No, I'm. Look at my face. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna tell you. Right now, we can't trust anybody, so we can't tell you the full truth, just in case you'll have been taken over by some entity. All right.
That all you had to say?
Well, I didn't think it would get this far, to be honest. I thought that literally you'd be like, okay, you piss me off. I go help and, I don't know, masturbate in Johnny's chamber. I don't fucking know, alright? Two Gun is not like this, alright? Two Gun never say, oh, you lie, oh, you lie. Usually it's like, oh, Allah, Saltaire, oh, cannonball, oh, you piss me off. No, alright? God fucking damn it. I'm yelling at this point.
Speaking of which,
All right.
Looking back
You
over-
learned Two Gun like onion.
the clear view out from the kitchen between the two different stairs, you actually hear very similar footfalls coming up the stairs. It seemed to be chain boots and the general attire of what you well know as Johnny. Not being very stealthy, and with your natural perception, you hear it before Julian does too. Eventually, footfalls coming up the stairs.
Where's the body?
I stop when
Where's the
as soon as I hear it, and I say, I just to Two Gun, and I say, Julian, tank now.
I will use my disguised self and turn into Tank.
And I'm say, Two Gun, help me get some ingredients, I guess.
Adlon, what was Tank's accent? I can't remember.
Hey, it's spaghetti and a meatball.
Italian.
Get a poached egg. It's me, Mario.
God damn certain it's not that.
Oh, I think I hear Johnny. Johnny must be hungry. Here's Johnny. I must make more poached egg for Johnny.
Well, I can make
Johnny,
poached eggs.
you literally hear this coming from the kitchen.
I have recipe for poached eggs.
And I'm
Tank
just
teach
gonna
me
start.
everything.
I'm just gonna grab something random and just start.
I'm fucking sweating right now.
I hear it coming from the kitchen. Am I actually heading up the stairs or?
Yeah, you're actually heading up the stairs.
Okay.
Two Gun,
I
help me get some,
guess
should
I head to
get
the
some
kitchen
ingredients for
to
Tank.
have control of my character.
Go to.
You currently do have control.
Okay.
Don't talk if you don't have to, alright? flicker the shit out. I just throw some garlic on his pan or something. I don't know, whatever I can fucking find. Just
Oh,
make it
good
sound like
cut.
he's making something. I throw an egg on there too. Some garlic and an egg.
What's with this thing?
Shit, sorry. I cracked the egg first. I put it in there.
Roll an intelligence check. It's disadvantage.
Is it me?
Never cooked in your life.
I have
I'm just-
never cooked in my entire
Straight
I have
roll
cooked,
because
just
you
not
have
egg.
help.
I'm just looking
Am I-
around
am
the
I- wait.
kitchen.
Am I
Roll-
rolling or is he rolling?
One of you do a straight roll.
What is this? What check is this?
Intelligence check.
Is it a straight
Actually,
roll?
Julian, because he's
Yeah.
pretending to be
So straight
Okay.
roll.
straight roll, straight intelligence.
Natural one.
You are fry panning a hard egg
Oh my god! And
with
then when
chunks of actual flower leaves.
when they walk in, I have the perfect fucking thing for them.
He
And
put a
I'm
bunch of
standing there
sticks-
trying to figure out what the heck is going on in the kitchen.
He put a bunch of sticks in a pan, but it's a non-stick
Good.
pan.
Quick question before you just about walk in. None of you did anything with the body,
I
right?
think it's
Right?
still invisible.
No, it's still invisible.
Okay, it's still invisible. Good. Carry on.
Okay. I walk in.
Johnny, the scene before you. Julian is going to describe on what he's doing. But you see Tank doing something. You see Adlar helping for some reason. You see black sludge on the ground, pooling in a giant spot.
Would that not be invisible as well because of
No.
part of him? Okay.
And then you also see Two Gun looking back and forth between all the stuff, very confused on what's going on as well.
Adlar, I told you. That's what happens when you try to cook. Just let me cook. And I point towards the black sludge.
Alright, two gun. Will you get me a broom or a mop and help me clean this up? Two gun.
Oh, I would like to try to identify the black sludge.
Well, I know what black sludge is. I watched them try cook something and it make me sick and I just throw
Yo,
up.
why are you both in here
Roll-
when I'm trying to cook?
Roll a deception with advantage because you're getting help.
Me?
Go ahead and roll insight, Trevor.
I'm rolling deception.
Wait, your
Yes,
insight's
it's advantage.
intelligence.
Ooh, nice.
No, it's not.
No, it's wit.
It's wisdom.
It's wisdom.
Someone roll with advantage, or Julian and Two Gun roll individually.
Wait,
I got a
are
24
we
on
doing
deception.
a deception?
Yes.
I got 24 on deception.
It's gonna
Go
be
ahead
me.
and roll, Julian. Did you roll twice, Two Gun?
No, just
Nope,
once.
nope,
No, just once. Just
Oh,
keep it.
all right.
just once. Julian.
23.
Damn.
I only rolled a 12, which is a mod 20. Damn.
That was very close, everyone. As walking in, yeah, it's shit that Adlar cooked on the ground. As you also see flour in the frying pan, a hard cooked egg just spinning on like the area of cooking, and
We're fucking stupid.
like the egg is floured, like full blown floured, spinning in the pan.
If it's gonna convince anybody, it's gonna be Johnny.
The thing
Nice.
is, I feel like I would have spent a decent amount of time with Tank. Because I eat a lot. Because I'm chubby.
You spend as
Gubby.
much time as everyone else. However, in this moment, you believe him. You believe him. This was Adlar's cooking for
Yes,
some reason.
I believe about the cooking on the floor. But,
Do you say something to me while I'm cooking this?
yes. Oh, that looks like a little bit of a new technique.
Hey, none of you ever seen me cook my punch eggs before. Apparently half you want to fuck me for it. So I'm just going to continue doing it. All right?
Oh, well.
Oh, You be careful, Johnny, because he make you poached egg.
So the wrong accent. Roll a performance check. I want to see how this goes. Roll a performance check, because you're trying to play as him. You already rolled like not one.
Modified 20.
Okay, so it's not as bad as you're making it sound. It does sound like him.
Okay. Oh well. Do you have any ready to go yet?
Well, I would if Adler and Two Gun weren't trying to cook it for me.
You not drag Two Gun into this train wreck.
Usually
In
wouldn't
fact-
you already have kicked him out like a while ago?
This is the moment
maybe-
when you add the loogie that he typically does.
I just like, normally I would kick them out, but I thought today I would humor a couple of tards. So I think I'm just gonna keep going.
He know Tank's secret recipe.
Did he say that out loud?
Yeah.
Two gun. Two gun. Why would Tank not know his own recipe?
Two Gun, what the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, Tank share his recipe with everyone. I thought it was secret.
Hold on. I'm gonna walk over to Two Gun. Yep, I found it right there. Two Gun, you hit your head pretty hard.
Oh, and I don't feel well. I throw up.
No, just
No, don't.
just sit right here, and I put him right in front of
Oh, if he hit his head, I can always
invisible
pick him
body.
up.
No, it's okay.
Actually,
no,
if
but he
you,
hit it pretty hard, so
Actually,
I
if
should be
you-
able to take a look.
if you throw up in the pan. It might add some flavor.
Actually, you know what? Good idea, Johnny. Why don't you take Two Gun down to your office to heal him of his head injury, while I clean up the mess that I made, and then when Two Gun's feeling better, then we'll eat together when Tank is done with the poached eggs,
You
of
say
flour.
a lot. That's a lot of words.
flour eggs and poached flour eggs.
They're just poached eggs, you jackass.
Well, if it's really as bad as you say, I could probably just do a real quick checkup right now to just make sure he's safe to walk that way.
Ain't
Well,
no one
see,
doing no
here's
checkups in my fucking.
You're in my space, my bubble. See, here in the Sea Elf community, we have an invisible bubble, and you can't get near it when I'm trying to clean because it's very bad juju. You don't go near someone when they're cleaning, and so
I just leave the room. I just start walking away.
Oh, he's going. Go get him, Johnny. He's leaving. Go. He has a head injury. Go
Dude,
quick.
I will leave him
Oh,
on
Too Good not feel well. Oh.
If Travis is doing this, can he have advantage? Because I'm screaming, Two Guns being.
I'm
"Oh
not
my God."
making you guys keep on rolling against each other. This is ridiculous
This is
bullshit.
fucking amazing.
I'm still fucking sweating, you guys.
God damn it! Can someone go get Two
Uh.
Gun? Can someone clean this up and get the fuck out of my kitchen?
Johnny, I not feel well.
Johnny, please go.
Can I? Can I like take a look around the room to see if I notice anything else out of the ordinary before I
Go
leave?
ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
If he gets a fucking nat 20, you guys are fucked.
Now
No,
one, now
Don't
one,
do
now
it, Johnny.
one.
Odd 10.
Thank God.
Looking around. Nope. Everything looks kind of normal.
Okay. I feel like you guys were the ones that hit your head. I'll go check on Two Gun. You're acting strange all day, and I walk out.
As soon as he walks out, I go.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm under pressure. Now you took on, not get rid of the fucking
Hold on. You don't do good, well under pressure. You're a goddamn navigator. You better do well under pressure.
No, because I'm navigating, I'm not directly in the danger.
Hey, what the fuck was that Two Gun basically giving away our goddamn cover?
He doesn't even know how to clean up a fucking. How did he not see all the sludge?
And why would you, oh god, I've never cooked in my life, and you just threw fucking flour and an egg in my pan. Is that how you make poached eggs? I don't know.
No, fuck this. In the moment of being stressed and sweating and about almost pissed myself of what happened, I go over to the blood mess, the brain mush.
Yeah.
I pick it up with my hand and I just splatter into his pan and say, "Fuck you! Fuck this place! There's your fucking poached egg," and I just go start cleaning it up.
As you start to go about cleaning it up, you notice, oh, fuck, his crew. And then you hear a knock on the door. Hey, we're coming in! As the door opens, and you see the group of tanks, his assistants, standing in the door. Look up, look down.
I throw the pan. Just
Immediately close the door.
Yes, nice! Fuck yes! Oh, shit, that was witty. Whoa.
God damn it! How are we gonna get this going?
Okay, I have an idea, but you're not gonna like it, and neither will I.
If we're gonna roll around to this brain thing, I might as well just go tell everyone what the fuck's happening.
It's worse.
How is it worse than that?
Well, I don't know how long the invisibility is going to be here for, and there's nowhere to hide his body.
I'm not cooking his body.
We have to. Just think about it. Sick.
I'm gonna throw up too. Oh god.
Wait.
It's like that one day on the sea. Oh god.
But do you have any fire spells to make the skin softer?
The skin says it's dead. It's gonna be as soft as it's gonna possibly be.
Boil it, then.
Oh.
Do something. I don't know how long it's gonna last, and I don't want anyone else to come in here. I really just don't want to clean it up. Just please help me out.
I mean, I could freeze him if we wanted.
No, that's not gonna help.
I go over.
Oh, wait.
I take like
Wait,
spark
oh,
rocks and I just start the stuff.
Constitution saving throw.
Chase, one question before I do this. Is there
That's not the saving throw.
a cannon we can load in this room?
No.
No.
Is there windows in this room?
No.
Oh, wait. Are there barrels that would have food in them? Just answer me that one question.
In the supply room right next to it.
Get the barrels.
Okay, I'll roll Constitution and then I'll continue.
I had a 17 to my constitution.
The saving throw, right?
Yes.
Am I throwing up or am I?
Natural 19 for a modified 21.
You guys are not going to be able to eat lunch or dinner.
I'm okay
But
with
you're
that.
going to be able to do this.
Okay.
If
Julie,
you were trying to chop him up,
all right, Dirk. I go to the storage room. I find a barrel that is pretty much empty as I can find, the emptiest one.
do a quick perception check for me.
Okay.
My stomach started to turn when we were talking
Roll
about
good.
that. Like in real life. Like that fucking was
I
not
know.
fun.
25, Chase.
Ooh.
You find quite a few of the barrels are quite empty. In fact, you actually notice that about 30% of your food supply is left. So
Okay.
you have quite a bit amount of barrels empty.
So
And you are now noticing how short your food supply is.
Okay. All right.
We should eat too.
All right. I'm gonna bring the barrel out.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, all right, look, let's just put him in this barrel for now. All right. We'll clean up the mess. We'll deal with it later. It's empty. Don't worry. All right. We just have to get rid of the body. Just please help me get him in the fucking barrel.
I pull a dagger out and I'm just doing this.
I will take out my short sword.
Everybody do like, let's
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna let you guys explain this.
Nope.
As you
Well-
guys
Cut it small enough to put it in the barrel.
through side pukes and through
If we puke, we're puking in the barrel.
yep, through side pukes and like you get it all lit it up, mess all cleaned, back into the storage unit, and you guys are pale faced, you look sick, you feel weak, you take a point of exhaustion from forcing yourself to do it.
I want to be clear here, just for DM knowledge. While we're doing this, we're going to rearrange the barrels so that the one with tank in it is the hardest one to get to.
Why can't we
Okay.
just take it up and say Tank told us to throw it overboard because it was rotted food?
Because I don't
Because you're
want
weak
some,
as fuck.
I don't well that I don't want no dumb shit to knock over the barrel. And
No, we take it up, we lift it, and we're just like, yeah, Tank told us to asked us to throw it out because it's full of rotted food, and then we just throw it into the fucking ocean.
hold up. Who's gonna lift it?
You are Tank.
You and me, because ain't neither of us doing it on our own.
Well, you're damn straight that you can't do it on your own. I don't think
Well,
we can do it. I don't think we could both do it. All right. I don't want to fuck this up. All right. We've already probably.
We're already fucking it up.
I know. The gods right now are looking down on us and saying, you know what? They get no more luck. This is it.
No,
Saying,
my
all
my
right,
patron's been laughing his ass off, and that's why he handed us two gun.
look. All right. How about this? All right. We'll put him. We keep him in the barrel for now. We'll put him in a spot that no one can get to except for us. I will go and meditate on this. I'll talk to my deity and see if there's something that we can do about this. What he might recommend, and then when we have an opportunity, maybe at night, all right? When at night, when everyone else is asleep, then we can do it, all right? Everyone right now is looking, and they're going to be looking for Tank too. So I don't know what we're going to have to do. We'll have to figure something out until we find this fucking Lich Traveler thing. And I don't know, Johnny seemed kind of suspicious when we walked up here, because doesn't Johnny just fall asleep instantly, right?
No, normally Johnny doesn't dig into things like this. Normally he just walk in and be like, okay, there you go.
It's by the way, it took you guys like an hour and a half to do all of this. Johnny, Tugan, is there anything you would like to do in the meantime?
As
Tried
we are walking away, I am feeling very suspicious about being alone with Johnny, and so I'm trying to keep my distance. And oh, Johnny,
Oh, what can I do for you?
I didn't think we'd ever get out of there. I was trying to get you away because did you see what they're cooking? We didn't want to be any part of that. So we just go away. I not hit my head. That was all to help you get out of room.
Oh, but Tank said it was his normal recipe, and Adlai was just messing it up, so we should eventually get poached eggs back soon.
I not eat anything those guys make today. You never know what they might cook.
Foreshadow.
Oh,
Foreskin. No.
That might be a 5 shadow.
I don't.
So how
I don't know
about
what the
we
big deal
just
about
how about we
this
just
is,
go
but
up on
because-
deck? How about we just go on deck with other crew and look out over the railing and sing sea shanties.
Do I remember anything about the person walking in and saying hello, new friend?
You do, but not like it. For you, it's like an everyday thing. One of the crew members walked in, it was one of your close friends. You had a nice conversation with them, and then you weren't tired, so you started walking up. They didn't even tell you to do so. It was just you were like,
So nothing
okay,
out of the ordinary, so I wouldn't bring it up. Never mind.
yeah, no.
In fact, even if it was out of the ordinary, I probably wouldn't bring it up. Okay, well, I guess we can go hang out, but I still don't understand what the big deal is, since he said he was just making his normal poached eggs.
I think it take a while to make Tank special poached eggs. So we just go up and we relax for a little bit and we hang out with the other crew.
Okay, I guess I can go work on my I can work on my metalsmithing again a little bit more.
Oh, you stay in your cabin? You stay in your tool room?
I mean, if you want me to hang out with the rest of the crew, I can do it with the other crew, but surely whatever.
That's where Two Gun want to be, and I don't want to get lonely. I kind of want you to go with me.
Okay, let's just go back to my cabin so I can get some metal to work on. Continue working on the set of armor I'm working on.
The green
Okay, well,
Two Gun meet you. Two Gun meet you on top deck.
Oh, but I thought you said you didn't want to be lonely.
Well, I don't want to inhibit your metal selection. You just be quick. You just grab something. And bring it up on deck.
Sounds good to me. I'll be right up.
In the meantime, you two.
I guess after we finish our debate, Julian, look, we gotta keep things like they are normal for now. All right, give me 4 hours. I'm just gonna meditate right here to make sure no one comes in. We'll figure something out. But we need some guidance on this, and the only way I can think about that is I need to meditate. All right, there's no other way right now.
Can we come in?
The fuck?
Are you still angry, Seth? Is Adla pissed you off?
I got a headache. I want you guys to take over for me.
Right away, as they open the door, look into the kitchen. Oh. One of them just outright pukes.
You're cleaning that up.
What's that smell?
That is what happens when Outlaw tries to cook in my kitchen.
I didn't know that you couldn't cook stuff that's not from the sea, all right? I thought you just kind of put it on something, and you did something, and then something else did something, and
They start going up, getting
Look.
through.
whatever you do, all right, you just don't go in the storeroom right now because there are things in there that need to air out. That's the smell you are smelling right now. It's airing out in the storeroom. All right, we put some stuff in there. If you go in there, you're probably going to die. All right? And
Roll
I
a
will-
persuasion check.
and I will know that you went in there
Persuasion or deception?
Or
because I have put a tripwire on the door, and the ship will go kaboom if
Deception.
you don't.
Deception.
The ship will go kaboom if you don't disarm the trap first.
I can't even assist with this one because I'm like, what the fuck?
I can tell that you guys don't have any kids. All that much persuasion, I guarantee you, every person on the ship would be going into the storeroom.
That's why I put the trap in there.
The trap.
Yep. Deception, 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 deception.
Don't fail us, Adla.
Natural 20.
Oh, thank fuck. Oh, thank God.
22 total. I swear to God, I mean, I can't really, but
Adla, all you would have to. Oh, all right. You just had to lock the door. All right, let's go. They start going in. One of them notices the wood's all dirty. They start scrubbing down and cleaning, getting the flour ready, and they start cooking. And one of them kind of like our version of like a sous chef walks up and like, all right, let's leave the room, my friend. Go, relax. We got this from here.
Thank you.
Like, go and find. I'm gonna go into the captain's quarters and I'm gonna meditate in there.
The second that I leave and get out of sight from everybody, I turn back into myself and I walk up on deck like nothing's going on and just start like doing the whole captain thing I've been doing.
You see Johnny Crimson going in and doing his metal work on the main deck. It took Johnny a little bit, but he eventually came up.
What was the time lapse between when Johnny and I parted till he came up on deck?
About 15 minutes, so
Okay.
not too long. Like
Okay.
a quick trip down, search through, quick trip back up.
15, not 50.
15.
1-5. Okay.
1-5. You all go through. You all see Adler go into, the captain's quarters. You see the door has been reaffixed, and he closes. You shut it, lock it, turn around. Do you go onto the bed to meditate?
I'm not gonna go on the bed to meditate. I'll meditate to the side of the door. So if someone were to open the door and look in, they wouldn't see me because the door would be covering me. I'd be on the side of the door. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So just as a precaution is where I'm gonna be. But I don't want to be like, against the wall to where if someone just like bashed it open, it would smash me against the wall. But enough to
I
where I
get you.
can get in. Yeah. The best
You
that I
go
can.
in, you set your head back, and looking forward out of the corner of your eye, you see two glowing red eyes looking right at you. As you turn and look, there's a full metallic metal person that you have seen once before, sitting on the island, the king of the frogs, sitting on the chair looking at you. Well, this is interesting. I never thought you would be captain. As the whole room goes silent. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Fuck.
Damn it!
And dude, RNG was on my side tonight. I'm literally fucking sweating so hard right now.
Now,
God.
before we go, another thank you to all of our viewers and subscribers for tuning in to this episode. Please reach out and share this to anyone you know or anyone you think would be interested in this, and comment down below pretty much on anything that would help improve, make better. I mean, even critical comments would really help us improve our experience for you guys. And don't forget to check for traps. See you next time.